Welcome everyone. Here we are, a new weekend Formula 1 2024 game. This is my gaming channel Floss F1G. I am Dani Lozano and we are ready for a very new exciting weekend here on F1 24 career mode. This weekend, EMILIA Romagna Grand Prix at Imola. Wow, one of my favorite weekends, one of my favorite tracks. I love to drive here in the game. But as always, this is the time schedule where you can see where and when I will be streaming online every single session of the EMILIA Romagna Grand Prix. This is the weekend preview. We are here now at that point where we will develop the car, selecting the tires, talking about the last race, the previous race, and about this one, analyzing the track, the weather, everything related to this weekend and the previous one a bit. Then today we have practice 1. Finally we come back to the normal weekends with 3 practice sessions, 1 qualifying and race. Today we have practice 1 and 2. Practice 1 in 60 minutes. You can see here in 58 minutes we will start to be racing at Imola in practice 1 on my Twitch channel DaniFloss1. So I strongly recommend you to be subscribed, to follow me on Twitch. There is where you can follow every single session on track with me online, and also to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that is this one. We are trying to reach 1000 subscribers. That should be a very good goal, because in this channel we do the weekend preview as this one, and also the race preview on Sundays 1 hour before the race start, where we analyze the strategy, the tire strategy, the start, the pros and cons of every race start, my rivals, everything. And in between, tomorrow, October 19, we will have the practice 3 session and the qualifying. The times you can see just below of the squares, the different time zones of the different cities of the world, and there you can check where is your city and calculate your time schedule. Anyway, as always, I try to make this to make it simple for all of you. In this graphic you can see the race time on Sunday in different cities of the world, so you can check your city, and in that way you know where is the race start. So don't miss it, guys, don't miss it. More news. Let's continue. Let's talk a bit about the previous weekend, as we always do. That was in Miami. As always, I have here the race highlights. To be honest, if you watched my previous race in Miami, you know that was not very epic now or very exciting due to what happened in lap 3. But let's see the start, because I think the race start was the best, the only positive for me. Finally, I did a good race start. I'm the Williams car, and let's put the play on. I think let me check something. I cannot hear the sound, but now I think yes. Max Verstappen on pole as always, good start, and I'm at the back at the right side. I'm this car that I'm passing, actually Daniel Ricciardo here. Very good start. I started in 18 and I gained 2 places in the start. By the inside you can see me. I am the inside now. I was passing, I think, the Haas and the Alpine, and as you can see here, or the RB, I don't know what it is, and as you can see here, good braking, almost passing the Sauber as well of Guan Yu Zhou, and maintaining the place, gaining 2 places in the start. My best start of the season so far, I have to say. The first one I gained places, I am very happy for it, but everything will be absolutely destroyed in the next lap. Here lap 2. Here I still trying to follow the rest of the cars. I'm following the RB, I think, of Daniel, defending from the Alpine. I had the pace. At that moment I knew I had the pace to be there, and here is the moment where my race is absolutely done. Lap 3, Ocon passed me because I forgot to activate the ERS mode in normal. I was in known, and he passed me in a straight line even with the ERS. Even me having the ERS, I had no electrical energy. My mistake. He passed me, but that was not the problem. The problem was this one. He passed me here. I'm braking. Until that point, everything normal. But here Ocon locked up a bit more and went a bit wide. Here, and obviously I was too close to react to it, and I damaged, as you can see here, my front wing. And it was not light damage, it was medium damage. That means in the first sector I was losing a lot of time in the fast speed corners. I tried to maintain the car on track with this trouble, with this broke front wing, but as you can see I lost a big end plate in the right side. And here I was attacked by the Haas. He passed me easy, and at that point I realized he passed me also the RB. I realized I had no downforce enough. I tried to defend as much as I could, but obviously, especially in this corner, and this fast corner, in these two corners, I had nothing to do. I lost a lot of downforce. But here is not the biggest problem of the race. The problem came here when Nico is behind me. I don't know if I will be able to watch. I hope to do it. He's behind me, he's trying to pass me. Let's see if we can see it. And here he goes by the left side, and he turned into me. Here at that point he turned into me. He crashed. I touched the wall as well, breaking much more my front wing that it was. Hulkenberg out of the race, crashed into the wall. Absolute crash into the wall, and my front wing absolute damage. No front wing. And obviously I had to go to pits. Virtual safety car. And after that, basically, the whole race, the next 53 laps, I was like 20-25 seconds behind of the next car. I was a bit faster, but not enough to recover 26 seconds. It was raining at the middle. I tried to stay with dry tires. It worked, but most of the drivers stay out as well. And basically, I tried to do everything to recover places. And as you can see here, a lot of trouble. This is the last lap. After doing 53 laps on these tires, on these hard tires, and I was not able to recover places because I was the first to be lapped. I lost a lot of time and nothing to do. Being last the whole race. The good news is that I finished the race, just that. And Albon didn't finish. It's bad for my teammate, but good for me because I finished ahead in some way. But this is not the way I want to be ahead, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's see if this weekend, probably Miami was one of the worst, along to maybe Saudi Arabia or something like that. But move on, this is the past. The present is this beautiful track that we have here, Imola, where we will be racing today in just 51 minutes. Imola, what I can say, I love the track. It's old school track, narrow circuit, very fast corners. The lap start here. This section is flat out, obviously, and here is very important. Is the only zone we will have this weekend of DRS. Is the only zone. Sector 1. This is the first chicane. Difficult because you come with a lot of speed. It's important to brake in the proper way. Here there is a runoff area of gravel, so you cannot go wide because you will lose a lot of time, or even you can have a very serious accident. As a medium slow chicane. It's not so slow as looks here in the track map. Left and right. This is flat out. Turn 4 is flat out. Another new chicane. This is amazing, guys. I love this chicane. It's very tricky. It's fast chicane because in turn 5 you can even do it flat out in qualifying. And turn 6 you just have to downshift one time, maybe two, depends, and try to make sure you take advantage of the runoff area of the curves, but without touching the gravel that is here. You have to be on the limit, absolute on the limit between the curve and the gravel to do the perfect lap. And it's very fast corner. Maybe we pass this corner at more than 200 kph probably. And we go to turn 7. That is named Acqua Minerale, I think, in Italian. Probably one of the slowest of the track, and it's an uphill, but it's very interesting because you can take different lines. You can stay wide and to close the line, or to entry by the inside and to open the line at the end. Personally, I like to mix both lines. Sometimes I go a bit wide, sometimes I go a bit by the inside. And the most important of this track and most of the corners is to take a good exit in all of them, using the curves at the outside. This is flat out 8, turn 8. This corner, beautiful as well, super fast, turn 9, left hand side. It's just about back off, touch a bit the brakes, and to use once again all this curve, but without touching the gravel. Here is very slippery. You can have massive crash here if you go very wide, but it's super nice to take this corner. And we go to this 11 and 12 that are also another couple of corners that I love. Double right hand side. Turn 11 in qualifying is flat out, absolute flat out, probably in race as well. And turn 12 is about to brake a bit more. But the exit of this corner is super tricky. This is where I have most of the troubles, because it's an uphill here at the exit, and it's very easy to overheat in the rears and to slide a bit in the rear and to spun. It's super easy. And we go a short straight that where starts the sector 3, and you have to check this chicane. That is, wow, critical. 14 and 15. The curves are super high here, but you can take advantage of them even being super high. It's about to even don't turn too much. It's like try to take a line in a straight line, something like that. And once again, the exit is very tricky. Don't try to go very wide, because the runoff area is very slippery and it's super easy to span. And we come to the final sector. This is a downhill, very important downhill, and this braking is super difficult, guys. It's super difficult because you are turning a bit here where you start to braking, and it's easy to lock up the front left in this corner because a very pronounced downhill. Turn 17 it's about braking very well, positioning the car in the outside and to take the car by the inside. Here, once again, using the outside, but not too much because it's very slippery as well. And to prepare the car to take the last corner, that is 18. The last official corner. This is the last, but this is flat out. And this one, once again, is using the outside, taking the curve, and once again, the outside in this track, to use the outsides is critical, but without exceeding the limits, as I said, because there is gravel and it's super easy to span. Super difficult track, but super enjoyable, super fast, super narrow. But to do the perfect lap, you have to nail every single corner and to play with the limits of the track, and sometimes that can be a bit dangerous. But anyway, I love it. I love this track. Guys, it's time to move to the game. Here we are. We are in 6th of May. After 6 races, we go to the EMILIA Romagna Grand Prix, and we have to start to take decisions. Let's advance the time. We have upgrades in 3 days, a cockpit weight reduction. Let's see, I hope it works. And in 13 we have weekly resource points for me and Albon, and let's see what we can develop or not. Let's advance first to see if we can develop the cockpit weight reduction.
Okay,
yes.
Mate, I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but I'm afraid to say that some of them have failed quality control.
Ooh.
We're going to need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
But I don't understand it. It works, my weight reduction. Let's see, let me check it. In development, no, I think everything is okay. I don't know what he's talking about. Let's continue. We received the weekly resource points. Only we have for this weekend only 436. let's talk about later on, guys, about this possibility, about the points. We have message, we have no message. Specialists, move on. Previous weekend we complete some objectives, some of them we fail. This weekend we have available this four, and the engine, the wind tunnel and manufacturing spare are not available. Anyway, let's check the points. We reached level 1, but unfortunately it's unavailable. That means we cannot take advantage of this perk. Anyway, we are in level 1. In wind tunnel we are at the middle to reach level 1, but the specialist is unavailable. In power unit consultant we only have 160 points. That is very few points. Let's see if we can develop this area a bit more. 2 goals available: finish in a better position than your teammate in qualifying, or achieve 3 purple sectors during the race weekend. So I think this is much easier, so let's try to do that. In material fabrication planner we have 600 points. We're almost in the middle of the level to reach the next one. 2 goals available: receive fewer than 3 corner cutting warnings penalties during the race weekend, or stress test any tire to above 30% wear during the weekend. I don't know how it works. If I stress the tire in any moment I will fail automatically, or if it's just to use one set below the 30%. I don't know, I'm not sure, so I think I will use this one. That basically will be difficult because in this track is easy to do track limits because you have to play a lot with the outside of the corners, but let's do it. In quality assurance tester we are almost in the middle to reach level 1 as well. 2 goals available in practice: complete a lap using 2 sets of tires, or complete any one session without using a flashback. I have no flashback activate, so it's easy. And strategy analyst, we have 600 points, almost reaching the level and the middle to reach level 1. 2 goals available: earn 5 championship points during the race weekend, or complete the race strategy practice program on 2 different tire types. To reach 5 points I think will be absolute, I not say impossible, but very difficult. And fortunately this weekend we have 3 practice sessions, so we can complete the race strategy with 2 sets of tires. So let's do this. Okay, perfect. And let's set primary specialist, maybe the quality assurance. That is an area that I'm very interested in to develop a bit more, to avoid more failures in the development upgrades in the future, or to reduce the possibility. Move on to the next one, driver details. We continue progressing a bit in our stats. That's very good, even without achieving great results. As you can see, the progression that I start in 55, we are in 67. Our target is 69. We are almost there. This is bonus. I don't understand fully how it works exactly, but this is the situation. Well, this is review contrast, something that I won't make. And rivals, we continue losing against Alex by a lot, but it is what it is. But as you can see, I continue evolving. This is very nice. This is something I love from this game, how you can develop your driver, doing good things. As you can see, in overall, that is the way graphic is. I'm progressing. In experience, I'm completing all races, so it's, as you can see, rising up very fast. Racecraft, in Racecraft basically it's about the number of overtakes you do and your finish position compared to your starting position. I'm starting very at the back of the grid, so it's easy for me to recover places, but I did good races like in China where I lost, starting 11th, but as you can see the progression is good. In awareness, basically this is about to do clean races, no collisioning with cars or DNFs, you know. I had some collisions in the previous Grand Prix, probably that's why my awareness was a bit stable in this Grand Prix after a good progression. In pace, this is the speed you have in qualifying and the margin to the fastest lap in race. A bit stuck as well in the previous Grand Prix. I did a very bad qualifying session. and obviously my best lap time in race was not extraordinary. And in Focus, this is about the results you achieve in comparison to the car you have. If you are outperforming with your car or underperforming. As you can see, after good progression in the previous races, in Miami was not a good weekend, and I was not able to progress so much, except in experience, because I complete the race fully. But let's see if this weekend we can increase much more these graphics, guys. This is a comparison, and move on to the most important area, which is the R&D. And actually, as you can see, we are the 9th team. We have an upgrade for this weekend, and in progress we have this one that will come to us, I think, after this Grand Prix. The Venturi Tunnels, that is my upgrade. And from Alex we have 20 of May tire blankets and front wing downforce over wheel winglets new for Monday 27. I think these three upgrades will be ready after the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, so unfortunately I won't be able to have these upgrades this weekend. We only have one minor upgrade. In the progress history, as you can see, we are 9th. Sauber did a good step forward. They are a bit ahead of us, but we are there with Alpine, with Haas, with Sauber, and RB. It's a bit far ahead of us, but I think little by little we are catching them. This is our battle against these teams. But I was thinking in what to do this weekend, guys, and some of you told me that I should to save points this weekend, not spending in anything, to save them, and in that way to have more points for the next weekend in Monaco. And this, I think this weekend is what I wanna do. I won't spend any point. Let's accumulate some of them, and in that way maybe next weekend we can try to develop a major upgrade, you know. I think that's the plan, guys. Even if we have to suffer a bit this weekend, let's do that, and in that way let's see if we can do a better progression in the future. Vehicle, this area from now will be important. Why? After 6 races my components are starting to have a big wear, some of them. In Miami, in race and qualifying, only in race I think I use a new engine, because the first one is at 46%. From 50 forward you start to suffer a bit of power loss. That's why I use the best engine possible. But for example, in practice 1, 2 and maybe 3 I will use the number 1 engine. In that way I can save a bit more the engine number 2 for qualifying and races. That's something that I will start to make since now. So for practice this weekend we will use the number 1 engine, and from qualifying and race we will use the second one that is very fresh. In kinetics we are in 30%. For the moment we can maintain the number 1 unit. In heat in 45. Well, we are on the limit. Maybe I will complete one race more with this one. Energy store, this is critical. Only we have 2 for the entire season, and the first one is in 43. Probably we'll have to penalize at some point for this component, but for the moment we have to maintain this one. Turbo 43. Probably I will use the number 1 in practice, and in qualifying and race I will use the second, because it's close to the 50% wear. In electronics we are in very good margin, 70% only. And in gearbox 48, again I will use probably the gearbox in practice, and for race and qualifying I will use a new one, because if gearbox fails during the weekend is critical. You can start to lose gears. It's very annoying, and you will lose a lot of time in qualifying or race if you suffer a mechanical issue with the gearbox. So I will change it in qualifying for qualifying and race. So that's the plan. And tire allocation. Okay. This weekend we are using the C5, C4 and C3 that are the softest tires. The C5 is the softest of all we have. So that means Imola, I don't think it's a very tire wear demanding circuit. It's have very fast corners that cause high wear. But I'm not sure, to be honest, how good will be the duration of this c5, c4 and c3 on this track. Maybe I think they are too soft for this track. I had the feeling maybe you have to do 2 stops. To be honest, I don't know how good they will be, especially the hard for this track. For race, in the previous races I was always saving 2 sets of hards, for example in China. That didn't work fully for me, but I have no idea what tire will be the best here, if the medium or the hard for the race. I had the feeling that the medium can be very, very good for us. So in that way, using the balanced tire allocation, we will have 2 mediums for race. If we use the harder, we will have 2 hards, and the softer we will have 1 medium and 1 hard. That's the question, if to sacrifice 1 soft in qualifying for a medium for the race, to be aggressive and to have more soft tires for qualifying but only have 1 medium and hard for the race, or to use 2 set of hards and 1 medium for race, sacrificing 1 soft. I think this, let's put the money in the medium. I think the medium will be very strong tire for this circuit. So I think I will use 2 mediums. Obviously, this if it's not raining. If it rains, this is useful. But if it's in dry conditions, I think this weekend my money will be on the medium tire, guys, in case we have to do 2 stops strategy. If not, we will use 1 medium and 1 hard. Yes, I think this is what I'm gonna make. And finally, let's check the standings. In the last race, well, Max Verstappen won again after the DNF in China. He won every race except China. Perez 1-2 for Red Bull, and completing the podium Fernando Alonso with fastest lap. That did incredible season is doing Alonso and Aston Martin. And that means Verstappen is very, very far ahead, but from the secondary Charles. Perez is there, just 1 point behind Charles. Lando is 4th, is there as well with 70 points. Fernando 63 points in 5th position. Sainz 62, only 1 less. The Mercedes, Hamilton and Russell 7 and 8 with 55 points for Hamilton, 53 for George Russell. The same points have Oscar Piastri with 53 and Stroll 20 points. And in our league, this is our league from Tsunoda. Tsunoda finishing 12th, still on 6 points. Gasly 13th, 5th, maintained the 5 points. Ricciardo finishing 14, 2 points. Bottas 10, scored 1 point. This is the news this weekend. Valtteri Bottas was able to score 1 single point for Sauber, something that they didn't in the real season. Great stuff. That means he up into 14th place, I think. Ocon, I think, is 15. From Ocon to me, to Magnussen, we are all in 0 points. And I'm the penultimate car. I was able only to, thanks to the 13th place in China, I'm ahead of Magnussen. His best result is 15. And as you can see, I'm behind my teammate Alex Albon, that has not points, but he was able to finish 11th in Australia, 12th in China. He has DNF in the previous Grand Prix, but he is ahead. I hope my mission to try to score points as soon as possible, guys. As you can see, there are 4 cars that are in our league with points, and us Williams, actually, we have no points. That's why we are in 9th in constructors. We need points immediately, guys. Let's see if this weekend in Imola we can do something. Finally, the trophies and the stats that are very, very bad for me in terms of average finish and average position, average grid. But we have to improve, guys. So after that, move on to the race weekend. The tire allocation is in balance for this weekend. Let's put the money on the medium. And we go to the race weekend, and let's see the weather forecast, the messages, the track, everything. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for your support in every video, thanks for your likes. I see it not only on Twitch, also here in YouTube. It's very nice to see, and thank you for your support, guys. Round 7 of 24. We are in the first quarter, finishing the first quarter of the season. It's not been great, but maybe this race changed everything. It's a track that I like. Last year I did a very bad race, I have to say. I had the pace, I passed to Q3 even, but the race was very bad from myself. Let's see if this year I can do something better. And let's see if, you know, something happen ahead and we can be fighting for points. This is the office, as always. Back to Europe, in Italy. There is Albon, as always. Let's see the weather. I don't see rain. Oh yes, in practice, but in qualifying as well. We will have a bit of rain, but race will be in dry conditions. We have 2 hards, 3 mediums and 8 soft for the weekend. Mark, my engineer. That is what I failed. Failed the tire blanket, okay. As you know, we have some of our development come through, however, not everything passed quality control. Danny, Alexander, will need you to confirm the redevelopment on your RD screens. Everyone else, I will update anything that affects you individually. Mark. Well, so we have weight reduction system, and the tire blanket unfortunately failed. Anyway, at least we have something for this weekend new. And the weather forecast, wow, in qualifying should be raining, but probably in Q3, probably it won't affect to me because I didn't pass to Q3 for the moment in this season. But anyway, if we pass to Q3, we will have more chances on wet conditions. And in qualifying, sorry, in race, no rain at all. So the strategy we discussed about mediums will be effective for Sunday. Once more, and about the rest, let's see the progression of the teams. Wow, you can see here Haas improved massively, almost catching Alpine. That means Haas is not the last car this weekend. They are the 8th car, and we are now the 9th car. No, we're still the 9th car, because with our little upgrade we are again ahead of Sauber. That once again is the last car, but we are almost in the same level than them. Very equal. Haas and Alpine a bit ahead of us, and also RB, I see that they are improving a bit more as well. So difficult weekend, but between Alpine, Haas, Williams and Sauber we are there all. And just ahead McLaren did a big step. Now they are the 2nd fastest car. Red Bull is still in the lead. And as you can see, Mercedes a bit far away. Ferrari is progressing as well. Let's see, guys. Very tight competition at the top and in our league. And after all of that, we are ready for practice 1. That will be celebrate in 26 minutes on my Twitch channel. This is the Twitch channel, guys. I strongly recommend you to follow me there and also subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on YouTube here before the race on Sunday, where we will complete the race preview, and in 26 minutes from now on Twitch, completing practice 1 session and later on the practice 2 session of the EMILIA Romagna Grand Prix and Imola. One of my favorites weekend, one of my favorite circuits. See you soon in 26 minutes on Twitch. Thanks for watching, thanks for your likes, your support, and see you soon.